Ah, my head. Wait, where am I? Hey, my name is, I don't know. As hard as I tried, I couldn't remember anything. Somehow I knew what I needed to do, like make crafting tables and build tools, but I don't know my own name. Anyway, I can't think about that right now. The night was approaching fast, and somehow I knew I wouldn't survive without shelter and food. Just the thought of being out alone tonight was scary enough. So I quickly gathered some resources like wood and food and found myself a little hidey hole. It's perfect for a temporary base. It even had some coal exposed in it, which I used to make torches. And as night came, I was safe in my base, mining for more resources. After a whole night of mining, I had found copper, coal, and more importantly, I had found iron. I'd use this to make iron tools that should help in mining for ores faster. So after spending another day mining, I had just enough to make an iron armor. Well, almost. I didn't have enough to make a chest plate right now, but I felt confident enough to explore my surroundings now. And that was a mistake. I found a cave and some coal, and I thought there'd be more resources there, so I went in. I quickly got distracted trying to kill a zombie, when suddenly I got ambushed by a skeleton. I got out of there quick, but, well, just watch. Like an idiot, I jumped back in. And as I was losing this battle, another skeleton came in. I don't know how I got out of there, but I just did. Okay, I did, and I ran straight home. I was filled with anxiety. I didn't know what to do. Next day, I was out and about again. I'd made an iron chest plate now. And I found this flat area, like it was a flat plain area. And I looked around and I realized it would make a perfect base for me. So I started laying down some foundation, some groundwork for my base. And after that, I went back to that cave. Yeah, I was ready this time. I was looking for some revenge. Unfortunately, no one was there. So I just got the ores and got out of there. After that, I went back to my mining routine, I guess. I don't know why, but mining just calms me down. It helps me think. Like, I remembered my name was Steve, and I was traveling with my friend Alex, and, uh, it's still hazy. Well, I hope I can remember soon. As I was mining and trying to remember, I found this underground ravine. It was beautiful in a way, I suppose. I started looking for some resources, some ores, hoping to find one very specific ore. And after a little searching, I found it. I found diamonds. Exactly what I needed to go to the next level. Perfect. The next few days, I had a set schedule. Work on my base in the morning, get some stuff done, try to make it look nice. And after that, I move some of my stuff here. It'll help me in my building, and then go explore. Hoping to find diamonds, maybe iron, coal. Of course, I never did. And at night, it was back to my ravine. Just mining and mining. And it was going great, you know, finding some resources every night until I got attacked. Again. I got attacked by the skeleton, but this time I was much stronger. I slaughtered that thing. But I noticed a constant skeleton noises, so I decided to investigate, and that's when I saw it. Skeleton spawner. I quickly ran in and lit the whole room up. So the skeleton wouldn't spawn, but there was still one skeleton there. I rushed in and destroyed that thing. The rewards for my victory were amazing. 2 golden apples and a saddle. And there was gold right next to it. this is some good loot. I kept working on my base even when it was raining. The base was looking kinda nice now. It was really coming along. Hopefully it'll be done pretty soon. I want a permanent home, you know? And in the meantime, I planted some seeds. I hope that they'd grow into something useful. Maybe I'd never have to worry about hunger again. Just a guess. And as I was building, I started remembering. Me and Alex, we were on a mission. I can't remember, but it had something to do with the Enderman and the Ender Dragon. I think something went wrong on that mission. I wonder where Alex is. I hope she's okay. I really have to find her. Maybe she remembers everything. But for now, I need to focus on myself. I need to make myself stronger so I can survive and hopefully travel more now. Hold up. Alex better be okay. This day did not start off well. When I was going to work, a creeper was waiting right outside for me. And I tried to fight it, but it exploded before I could do anything. Now, with my hidey hole compromised, I had to finish my base quicker than ever. This new base was going to be completely made out of stone, so it should be pretty safe. It's going to be creeper-proof at least. And I hope it turns out cool. I have this concept for it now, so I think it should work out. I worked the entire day. I haven't slept in days now. Too much anxiety, I guess. I worry that mobs will attack me in my sleep. And as I worked, I got attacked by these ghost-like phantoms. I don't know, they didn't feel like real beings. Their movements were weird. I did fight them off, but it took all night. Anyways, as I thought about my old life, I remembered how Alex and I used to live. We would explore the world, fight zombies and other monsters. I gotta say, we were quite skilled in fighting. I'm merely a shadow of my previous self now. I have to get stronger if I want to find Alex. And well, today I finally made a bed. Yeah, I was going to sleep again. The next day I continued working on my base. The first floor was almost complete. The base was really coming along. It was starting to look like the tower I wanted it to. I didn't do much during the day, but tonight I had a mission. I'd found this mine shaft under my base, and tonight I was going to conquer it. My plan was simple. Scorch everything. While the monsters burned, I decided to explore around the shafts. And I found some decent loot, not much, but as I was going down, I saw it. Diamonds. Perfect bonus for me. The next part is going to be a little tricky. I had to destroy the spawner before the spiders spawned, or they'd poison me and I was a dead man. Luckily though, I was fast enough to destroy it before they spawned, so no harm, no foul. After that, I had defeated the place. I had finally won. I felt better, so I got all the resources and I decided to leave. I've decided to start animal rearing. I needed the resources like leather and feathers, and the best way to get them is rearing cows and chicken. So I lured some sheep in with this wheat. I think this will be a good start for me. Oh, and the seeds I planted grew into wheat, and it only took a few days. Imagine that. So I've decided to start a farm. Hopefully in the future, I'm never going to have to worry about going hungry ever again. And if someday Alex shows up, there'll be plenty of food for her too. After that, I went down mining in a new area. As I was exploring, I saw gravel, and I had an idea. I had an idea for a weapon. My signature weapon back in the day. Maybe I can make it, and hopefully I'll be able to wield it again soon. Let's see. Okay, I'm starting to remember. Me and Alex came to the overworld looking for something. I remember we found it, but we needed to go to the end. And something with the Ender Dragon? I don't remember. Ugh, this is frustrating. But I think I'm gonna have to go to the end soon. But first, I want to finish my base and train a bit. I'm pretty weak right now. I think if I look around, I'll find others like me here. I remember there used to be villages, and they were always kind of friendly to us. Maybe I could get some help from them? Oh, and I finally got some cows. Yeah, I lured them in with some wheat. These are going to be great for leather and meat. I also found a chicken. Yeah, he's going to help me with my ultimate weapon. And I'm almost done with the base. This is the scariest part, by the way. One wrong move and it's over for me. Makes you appreciate how precious life is. And I'm finally done. My home was ready. Today I went out exploring. Yeah, I was looking for cows and maybe a village. I saw some guys that looked like villagers, so I decided to go near them, but they started shooting at me, of course. I tried to fight them, but their formation was too good. I just ran. I ran back home and they followed me. They were after blood, so I had to do it. I didn't want to make my bow in these conditions, but desperate times. I know they'll attack me at dawn, but I'm gonna attack them first. I went straight in, but yeah, my skills aren't as sharp as they were. I could barely fight them even with the bow. They were beating me and they trapped me in my base. Finally, I did what I had to. I broke down a part of my back wall and took them all down with a sneak attack. The next 2 days were pretty uneventful. Just made a fresh set of iron armor and tools, and then just spent the day cutting down trees. What can I say? I needed the wood, you know. And I also made an enchanting table. Yeah, I used the diamonds from before to make a pickaxe and got some obsidian from the ravine. By my estimate, it's been about 35 days since I've been here. And tonight I was going to test myself. I needed to get stronger, and I think this is the only way possible. I was going to hunt down monsters, put my life at stake to improve my skills. So as the night came, I wore the gear I've always trusted, readied my shield, and equipped my sword, and went to face my challenge. I fought all night. There were close calls. I almost died. I was often outnumbered and attacked from all sides. But I survived. I learned to trust my instincts. I sharpened my skills as I fought for my life. I'm no longer the weakling from day one. I've evolved, but it still isn't enough. I don't know what is. Look at this. My farm has flourished. I can finally harvest, knowing that I'll never have to worry about food again. It's a great feeling. I also made some bookshelves for my enchanting table here. And then I tried my hand at enchanting. I'm no wizard, but I did get some good enchantments like Power 3, Efficiency, and Silk Touch for my pickaxes. I also decided to retire my old armor. It's my first armor and it served me well, but it's pretty damaged now, and making a new one is easier than repairing this one. So I'm going to keep it here to remind myself where I came from and what a little effort can get you. Then I equipped my new armor and got the new tools. And I went out into the night to practice my skills again. Okay, I've been thinking. All the monsters in this world, how did they get here? As far as I can remember, creepers are the only monsters in the overworld. The skeletons, I'm pretty sure they came from the nether. But What about zombies? I just can't remember. Or it's like the final piece of a puzzle that my mind just doesn't want to remember. Me and Alex were basically fighting them every day, and that's when I remembered something about Alex. She said, I can't believe he could do that to our kind. I can't remember anything after that, but I think what we were doing has something to do with the origin of the zombies. Maybe it explains why they seem to have the same clothes as I do. But how is it related to the end dimension? As I was thinking about this, I got attacked by a cave spider. It poisoned me and distracted me, and almost succeeded in killing me. I got out of there pretty quickly after that. I decided to explore a little more. Even after the horrible experience with the pillagers, I still had hope that I'd find a villager or a village or, well, anyone friendly. I didn't find anyone, but I did discover the ocean near me. This would be an amazing place to come to relax. Maybe I could build a small vacation home here. As much as I want to go to the end, remember my past and find Alex, I think I should take a break once in a while. After a day of exploring and relaxing, I went back to my ravine. I needed more obsidian. I know that the nether is a great way to travel large distances. Me and Alex used to do it all the time. And I'm thinking maybe I'll find someone in other parts of the world. So I built my nether portal at night with the intention of journeying in the morning. I gotta say, I'm pretty excited. Just the thought of traveling and finding new people gets a kick in my step, you know? My heart was pounding as I entered the portal, and as I arrived in the nether, my mind was filled with fear. The entire dimension gave off an eerie feel, not to mention it was so hot and uncomfortable. I quickly got out of there and went back to mining just to calm myself down. I was overwhelmed. I was scared what I might find or what I'd remember as I progressed. But I steeled my nerves, and I went back to the nether. There were monsters I vaguely remember, and I found some resources that can be found in the overworld, like these glowstones. As I explored, I saw a crimson forest, and I went inside and got attacked by the Soglin, of course. Yeah, I'd forgotten about these guys. They basically try to kill anything they see. Luckily, I remembered about the piglins. They're the original residents of the dimension. They're pretty unfriendly and attack outsiders, but if you wear a little gold, you'll be alright. Fortunately, I didn't run into any. I finally finished my second portal, and I stepped through it, not knowing what waited me on the other side. The other side of the portal led me to a desert. I could see the edge of a forest in the distance. I haven't been in that biome yet, so I decided to explore there. It was pretty nice. I needed the change of scenery. And also I found a wolf pack. I think I can befriend these guys. Actually, I've changed my mind. I found this wolf. He doesn't seem to be a part of the pack. He's kind of a loner, like me. So I guess I want to be his friend. Well, I need bones to befriend these wolves, and I had none. But I had a plan. I was going to go into a cave and look for skeletons, kill them, and get the bones from them. Simple, right? Well, it went according to my plan. It just took a lot of time. Funny how there are too many skeletons when I don't need them, but I can't find any when I do. I found the guy again and offered him the bones. He was hesitant at first, but he came around. I decided to name him Asterix. It sounded nice and he seemed to like it. We spent the whole night looking for trouble. My boy had my back all the way. He had no fear taking down monsters that hurt me. What a guy. We fought through the night and chilled out in the ruins. That day, we explored the desert and we found a temple. Luckily, I remembered there was a trap here, so I disabled it and got some good loot. And I got the TNT. After that, we wandered around in the forest, just having some fun. And that's when tragedy struck. A creeper was chasing Asterix and me, so I couldn't shoot him. And suddenly he zoomed in near me. I panicked and ran. I got away, but Asterix He didn't. I felt numb. I quickly ran to the wolf pack and befriended them. I was alone for so long, and Asterix was my first friend here. I can't be alone again. Not again. I can't lose another friend. But the wolf pack wasn't the same as Asterix. So I decided to go home. I couldn't even think straight. The next day, I had a funeral for Asterix. It was near my base, right by the water and very peaceful. Asterix would have liked that. A quiet place for him. I buried him and placed down this flower to remember him. Goodbye, buddy. Thanks for everything. Okay, I've decided to take a break. I need it after, you know. I can't even think straight right now, and I have a bad headache, so I think this will be good for me. I went to the ocean. Yeah, I was going to build myself a small shack there. I worked through the day. It was a menial job, and it didn't need a lot of thinking, but it kept me occupied. I didn't have time to think about anything else. And this headache, I feel like my head is splitting open. I just continued building. That's all I can do for now. Besides, I'm gonna go fishing tomorrow. A little ocean air will make me feel better, I guess. As I was fishing, it started to come back to me. My memory, it was flooding in. I don't know if it was the pain of losing Asterix or the sea, but I was remembering. Alex and I were on a mission. Something had happened that caused a disease. It infected the ancient builders. My people, the ancient builders. Well, the builders who were infected became zombies. They started attacking others too. The disease was airborne and the zombies were increasing. So, as a last act, our leader, Jeb, built an end portal using his own life essence. It was his sacrifice to save us. Unfortunately, that was only the beginning of our misery. After my little break, I went back to tending my base. I finally made an anvil. Yeah, I needed to add enchantments to my weapons and armor. If I want to have any chance of defeating the Ender Dragon, I need to make the most powerful set of tools possible. For that, I'm gonna need diamonds and lots of XP. I tried mining for the diamonds, but I didn't have much luck in that area. But luckily, I had enough to make some parts of the armor and enchant it. I went back to the Nether, trying to find the Nether fortress. It was made by this ancient civilization. Well, actually, it was us ancient builders that made it for them as a peace treaty. Unfortunately, they're all long gone. They died out after the war with the piglins. But the fortress has blazes in it. It's a type of guardian we created just to protect the fortress. I'm pretty sure the fortress is still around. I just need to find it. I looked and looked, but no fortress. I guess I'll have to complete my other plan for now. But first, I'm gonna need gold. Lots of gold. Okay, so here's my plan. The piglins, they're not friendly, but they do barter with us for gold. And I know they have ender pearls that they'll trade in very rare cases. I'm going to keep on trading with them until I get the ender pearls from them. I tried, I really did. I got a lot of stuff, but no ender pearls. Yet. I also tried to get ender pearls by killing the endermen, but it just didn't feel right to kill them. I guess I have a soft spot for them. I just feel bad for hurting them when they're not really looking for any trouble. I guess we have that in common. Okay, I tried all sorts of things to find the Nether Fortress, but nothing worked. There's no Nether Fortress anywhere near me. Believe me, I really tried. So I'm going to move on to Plan F. I climb all the way to the top of the world. The Nether is basically an underground dimension. My plan is I'll tunnel through the roof in every direction, occasionally going down and trying to see if the fortress is nearby. I'm not gonna lie, this is a pretty boring job. Just mining forward, occasionally mining down and trying to hear the sounds of blazes. But this took a lot of time. I was mining in there for days, constantly tortured by this temperature. But finally, I took another break. I just had to get away. I tried fishing while it was raining. I was hoping the rain would stir up the ocean and I'd find some rare sunken enchantments, and I did. Okay, so as I was saying, the ancient builders had much more trouble waiting for them in the end. There were these extremely powerful beings called the Ender Dragons there, and if we wanted to live there, we had to beat them. I still can't remember why, but we had left one dragon alone or something. We kept it trapped. Yeah, something like that. But I do remember we had won the war in the end. We even created end cities to live there. I'm still hazy on the details, but our people had to get back here. Me and Alex, we were sent here with some ritual. I don't remember. But apparently we're immune to the disease. Not even the piglins were immune to this disease. They get affected as soon as they enter the overworld. And now the disease is spreading in the nether as well. I wonder what evil gave birth to this disease. It destroyed everything. Alright, now back to work. I finally found some more piglins. I trapped one in the hole and bartered with him again and again. God, it was so annoying. So many times I just wanted to kill this guy. But I couldn't. He was my only hope. But he also wouldn't give me any pearls. Yeah, so I didn't get any, but I was almost out of gold and I had to get more. I went back with more gold and tried again, and luckily this time he gave them up pretty quickly. I finally had 12. I just needed a few more and I'll be done. I decided to try looking for the fortress one more time. The old-fashioned way, you know. I looked around while collecting some gold. I'm gonna admit, I kinda got greedy for gold, and I lost my way home. And of course, I got attacked by a ghast. I almost burned to death, and the ghast kept attacking me. I couldn't see where the ghast was. I finally figured out where the attacks were coming from, and ran that way till I found the ghast. I quickly killed it, but I was almost on the brink of death myself. I did find my way back after a whole day of wandering around. It was close by. I just stupidly couldn't see it because of the fog. But now I had enough gold. So I trapped another piglin and bartered with him again and again. Getting stuff I don't think I'll ever need, but I did eventually get some ender pearls from him too. Okay, so I found the fortress. I'm not gonna lie, it was pretty far away, but luckily I have a good ear and I heard the blazes making their sound just when I was digging down. Now, my plan is gonna be simple. I'm gonna use these weeping vines I got from the Crimson Forest. I'm going to grow them down until they reach the fortress, and then my aerial assault begins. Okay, I've infiltrated the fortress, and luckily the blaze spawner is close by. I quickly explored until I found the place, which I'm pretty sure is just under the spawner. With my heart pounding, I got myself ready to fight. My armor was heavily damaged. I got burned so many times, and I almost died. And I only managed to beat the blazes because of my bow's enchantments. But I did it. I got enough blaze powder to make plenty of Eye of Enders. And I left that fortress using the same lines, finally feeling triumphant. So I finally made the 20 Eyes of Ender I needed. I'm not taking any chances here. I need to get through that portal, and I also need them to locate the portal. I also started preparing for all the items I'd be carrying with me to the end. First was obviously diamonds. I needed lots and lots of diamonds. I still have to make several of the armor parts. As I was searching for them in the mine, I found this guy. It was an axolotl. I've never seen one before, but I remember some aquatic ancient builders used to say they're like the dogs of the sea. So I brought him back to my base and named him Skippy. He just looks like a Skippy. Aw, look at this guy. He's adorable. I promise I'm gonna keep this guy safe forever. I also made a brewing stand using one of the blaze rods I'd gotten from the nether. I needed the potions to beat the Ender Dragon. I was thinking of making a potion of slow falling and regeneration for insurance, and a potion of strength to attack the dragon close range. You guys remember that spawner I found in the ravine all those days ago? Well, that turned out to be a secret blessing. I made a kind of experience grinder out of it. Experience is basically like life energy, and I needed that to enchant my newly made diamond armor. I'm not gonna lie, it took a while, and it was pretty boring, pretty monotonous, but I did get all the enchantments I needed. I also upgraded my bow, my weapon of choice. Power 4, Infinity, and now Flame. Who knew this would turn out to be my greatest investment in my future battle? And then, I got ready. I wore the most powerful armor I've made yet. An armor that was in a completely different league from my regular armor. Then, I took my weapons. I could feel all the life energy contained in their enchantments. I took all the golden apples I found, all the potions I've made, the food, and of course, the Eyes of Ender. I used the eyes and followed the directions they pointed me to. It took me to uncharted and beautiful territories until I found the portal location in a forest. I dug down until I found the stronghold. I remember we made these as underground bunkers when the zombie hordes attacked our cities. This was like our last resort. They're designed to be like mazes, so the zombies couldn't find us or the portal room. Unfortunately, that means I can't find it either. After a day of searching the entire stronghold, I was losing hope. I couldn't find it. I was thinking maybe this stronghold just doesn't have a portal, and that's when I heard Silverfish. The room right next to the first room behind a wall. I've been searching and it's right there. I quickly placed the Eyes of Ender in the socket. These had enough energy to power up the portal. And as the portal opened, I got myself ready. This was going to be my ultimate fight. I had to win this. As soon as I entered the dimension, I could feel the immense energy coming from the dragon. This was her prison, her domain. I had to act quick. My first task is to climb the tower and destroy those crystals. Those are her power sources. She's basically immortal while they're around. I quickly dispatched the crystals. The dragon noticed halfway through and tried to intervene, but it was too little too late. Okay, big problem. The dragon is pretty hard to hit while in air, and she's impervious to arrows when she lands on her nest. To make matters worse, my strength potion is absolutely useless because every time I get close to the dragon, she just throws me far away, and I barely escape death. Damn, this is gonna be harder than I thought. It was finally over. As soon as the dragon was destroyed, a portal opened up. This was going to lead me to Alex. It had to. I had been thinking about this for so long, and now it's finally happening. I smiled. I'm going to find out everything about my past.